Hey there, soulmates. It's your girl, Dr. Melissa, back with another soul stirring episode of Standing on Business, where it's not just business, it's personal. Today, we're going to dive deep into a topic that is, in my mind, critical for every purpose driven entrepreneur. And that topic is, I call it use what you got. How to embrace your resources and talents to live in your purpose. And I do understand that use what you got may not be grammatical. Use what you have is more grammatical, but the you in my purpose method is use what you got. Now listen, I know some of you may be thinking, hey, listen, I just don't have enough of what I need to start living my purpose, to start doing this whole purpose thing. I need more skills. I need more money. I need more connections. I need all the things. So, in other words, this is what I called the old when I, then I syndrome. How does that look? When I get more money, then I will venture out and start my own business. When I get more time, then I will go back to school. When I lose some weight, then I'll go out and find the love of my life. Well, listen, my soulmates, let me share a little secret with you. You already have everything you need to start living your purpose right now. How do I know? Did you just take in oxygen? Did you just take a breath? Are you alive? Are you here? Yeah. And since your purpose is about you and you are here, you have everything you need to get started right now. Now listen, this isn't just a concept that I'm talking about. I have lived this principle. I have embodied this principle. Let me tell you, more than a decade ago, when I started my behavioral health business, I started from scratch. And when I mean scratch, I mean scratch. Meaning I had nothing. No money, no business instruction or business mentor, no clear direction, nada, right? But what I did have was my experiences in the behavioral health field, 2 decades or more at that time. What I did have was my passion for helping individuals with mental health and substance use disorders. What I did have was my unwavering desire to make a difference in somebody else's life. And you know what? That was enough. That was all I needed to get started. You see, living your purpose isn't about waiting until everything is perfect or until you have everything figured out. It's about starting where you are with what you have right now. Your purpose cannot wait for your perfection, right? It's really about recognizing the unique gifts and talents and resources that you already possess and then leveraging them to make your mark on the world. It's story time. Let me share a personal story with you. When I first started my success coaching business, right? Not the behavioral health business that I started more than a decade ago. I'm talking about the success coaching business. I'm going to tell you, I didn't have a fancy website or a big marketing budget, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. I felt I was completely out of my comfort zone and what I knew. like behavioral health and being a CEO. I knew that this was something totally new, right? So I didn't have all of these funnels and websites and marketing budgets and lead magnets and all of the things that people were talking about that you needed. Nope, didn't have any of that. What I did have was my story. What I did have was my experiences. What I did have was my genuine desire to help other people. So, started small. I began sharing my journey on social media or in small groups. I began offering free coaching sessions to friends. I began speaking at local community events. And like many people, at first, it felt like I wasn't making much progress, right? But slowly, things started to shift. Using what I got, I started to see things shift in a different direction. Progress, right? People started resonating with my story. They started to see themselves in my struggles and in my triumphs. And before I knew it, I had built a community of like minded individuals who were eager to work with me. This journey, this journey taught me something profound, and that is that your greatest resource is you. Your unique experience, your perspective, your passion. These are the things that set you apart and allow you to serve in a way that no one else can. So, how do we get started using what we got to live in our purpose? I would say it begins with taking inventory. Here's where you can start to take stock of your skills, of your talents, of your experiences. What comes naturally to you? What have you overcome that others might still be struggling with? You see, these are clues to your unique gifts and to the value that you can offer the world, right? So, after we've taken that inventory, next, it's going to be a word that you've heard from me before. It's about reframing, you guys. Reframing. Your perception is reality. What you perceive, what you choose to have a perspective on is true for you. So we have to reframe that. So instead of focusing on what you lack, what if you focused on what you have? I do a presentation called The Power of the Apostrophe S. What does that mean? I asked the canvas question, are you more focused on what left instead of what's, apostrophe S, what's left? The miracle is never in what left. The miracle is never in who left. The miracle is in what's left and who's left. Focus on what you have. How can you leverage your current resources and talents to take one step toward your purpose? I want you to remember, it's not about having it all figured out because no one does. It's about starting where you are and then growing from there. And then, perhaps most importantly, it's about believing in yourself and the value that you bring to the world. You need to trust in your experiences, your insights, and your unique perspective that are exactly what somebody out there in the world needs and are looking for. Your purpose isn't about being perfect or having it all together. If that's the case, you're going to have a hard time walking in your purpose because perfection is a myth. Okay. Let me tell you what it's about. It's about being authentically you and using that to make a difference in this world. All right, you guys, good stuff, good stuff. But let's go ahead and now take a quick commercial break, 30 seconds. So be sure that you come right back because On the other side of this break, we're going to dive into the tangible, practical strategies that you need to get started from right where you are by using what you got. See you in a bit.
Welcome to a unique brew of perspectives. What's the Tea with Gen XYZ is your one-stop spot for a fresh take on today's burning issues. Representing 3 generations, a Gen X icon, a millennial maverick, and a Gen Z trailblazer stir up conversations ranging from social justice to pop culture. They'll bring the heat, spill the honest truth, and find common ground across the years. Expect humor, candor, and perhaps a dash of healthy debate. Enlightening, insightful, and sure to stir the pot. Stay tuned for a stimulating dialogue that bridges the generation gap, one cup at a time.
Okay, welcome back, soulmates. Now, before the break, we talked about the importance of using what you got. Now, let's dive into some practical strategies for leveraging your existing resources and talents to live your purpose. And listen, we're going to get super, super practical with these strategies, okay? Just giving you the nerd alert. First, let's talk about something called skill stacking. See, that's how practical we're getting. What's that? That's where I want you to look at the unique combination of skills and experiences that you have. Ask yourself, how can you combine these things in a way that creates unique value, right? For example, maybe you are a teacher with a passion for wellness. Could you create a program teaching other educators about self-care? Or maybe, let's say you're a graphic designer who loves personal development. Could you stack those skills by creating visually appealing tools for self-reflection, right? The next strategy, let's talk about how you can, this is a big word, repurpose your existing resources. You guys, stop reinventing the wheel. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. For example, do you have a blog post that you did before that could now be turned into a series of social media content? Could you use that presentation that you gave at work and adapt it into a workshop for your ideal clients? You see what I'm saying? All you really need to do is get creative with what you already have. Another powerful strategy is to start before you're ready. Because truthfully, you may never think that you're ready. Okay? Just pull the trigger. So instead of waiting for everything to be perfect, go ahead and take one small action today toward living in your purpose. For example, today, could you reach out to just one potential client? Could you create one piece of content that showcases your expertise? Just one? Yes? Here's what I want you to remember. Done is better than perfect. And I'm going to say that again for the people in the back that didn't hear me the first time. Done is better than perfect. Okay, so now it's time for our Q&A segment where I get to connect with you directly and to answer your burning questions about how to use what you got to live in your purpose and to advance your business. So let's take questions. Our first question comes from Mona. Mona wrote, I feel like my skills and experiences aren't special enough to build a purpose-driven business. How do I overcome this self-doubt? Oh, Mona, I feel you. I feel you on this. Self-doubt. Self-doubt is such a common struggle, especially when we are first trying to step into our purpose, right? But here's what I want you to remember. your experiences, your insight, your unique perspective. These are incredibly valuable. Okay? So here's what you can do. I want you to start by making a list of all of the things you've overcome, all of the skills that you've developed, all of the unique experiences that you've had with respect to what your purpose is, what your business is. Okay? And then I want you to think about how all of these things could be valuable to others. If you've gone through a divorce, are there other people who are going through or have gone through a divorce that could benefit and need your unique perspective on that? See, I want you to remember that what seems ordinary to you might be extraordinary to someone else. Another thing I want you to do, based on your question, I want you to consider seeking feedback from other people, credible other people, okay? Sometimes we're just entirely too close to see our own gifts clearly, our own brilliance. So I want you to ask some trusted friends or colleagues what they see as your unique strengths and talents. I think it's going to just blow your socks off, okay? And then remember, Mona, you don't have to be the best in the world at something to make a difference, okay? You just, with respect to your clients, you just need to be a few steps ahead of them. Be a few steps ahead of the people that you're meant to serve. Okay? You don't have to be miles down the road. Because listen, your journey with all of its imperfections and lessons is exactly what makes you relatable and valuable to your target clients. Okay? All right. Our next question comes from KJ. KJ asked, I know what my purpose is, but I feel like I don't have the resources to pursue it fully. How can I start living my purpose with limited resources? That is the question of this episode. And first of all, it's funny when you say I don't have the resources to live my purpose, because that goes to the heart of what we're talking about. And then it's interesting your perspective on what's limited. You said with limited resources. Here's what I want you to know. Here's the truth. You don't need unlimited resources to start living your purpose. You just have to get creative with what you got, with what you have. How? Start by identifying the core of your purpose. Let's go back to that. What's the impact that you want to make, right? Let's get granular and clear on that. And now I want you to brainstorm low cost or no cost ways to start making that impact. How could you do that? Could you start a blog or a podcast sharing your insights? The resource you need for that is you, right? Could you volunteer your skills to a cause that you care about? So thereby getting credibility and social proof. Those things don't require unlimited resources. You are the resource, right? Then KJ, look for ways to leverage technology and free platforms. There are social media and free blogging platforms. There are podcasts and hosting sites. AI. Ooh, don't sleep on AI. These are all powerful tools for sharing your message and for reaching your audience. Another thing I want you to consider is partnerships and collaborations. Are there other people in your field with complementary skills or resources? So you don't have to be a bottomless pit of resources. If you partner with other people and you share the same ideal clients, you can leverage some of the resources that they have. So can you team up with someone to create something greater than what you could do alone? Think in terms of that. Here's the thing to remember, KJ. Starting small doesn't mean thinking small. Every big movement in the entire world started with one person taking one small action, right? So trust that as you start to take in steps towards your purpose, that the resources that you need will begin to appear. I always say provision follows vision. Sometimes we're asking for provision, but the question is for what? Provision is connected and attracted to the vision. So you start with the vision. And as you move and operate and work in the vision, provision starts to appear. It's kind of like that my tag where I say, chase the purpose and the money will chase you. Kind of that same thing. I hope that was helpful, KJ. Whew, okay, you guys, this has been another powerful episode. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this. You already have everything you need to start living your purpose. When? Tomorrow? Next week? Right now. Because you are here. So you have what you need, which is you. Get started right now. The truth is, your unique combination of skills, experiences, and passion, that is your superpower. It's what sets you apart and allow you to make an impact in a way that no one else on the planet can. So don't keep waiting for the perfect circumstances or this whole misnomer of unlimited resources. Start where you are with what you have right now. So this week, I challenge you to take one small action toward living your purpose using the resources and talents that you already have. Now, it doesn't have to be big or perfect. It just has to be a start. Once you do that, I would love it if you would share that information in our community, or if you're not a part of the community yet, go ahead and shoot me an email. Let's celebrate each other's resourcefulness and let's lift each other up as we step into our purpose using what we got. Here's the thing. It's not about having it all figured out. It is about taking that first step and then the next and then the next. It's about trusting that you are enough, that what you have is enough, that you possess everything you need to make a real difference in this world. So, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Standing on Business with Dr. Melissa. I hope today's discussion has ignited a fire within you to embrace your authenticity, prioritize your growth, and infuse your life and business with your purpose. If you want more information about me, please visit our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then follow me on all my socials. And then, if you're ready to take your business to the next level and align it with your purpose, I'm going to invite you to join our free community, the My Soul Purpose community. There, you'll have the opportunity to connect with like-minded entrepreneurs, gain clarity on your purpose, and develop a roadmap for aligning your life and business with your authentic self. The community is free. So, to learn more and to secure your spot, you can join us at community.purposeprofitess.com. I cannot wait to support you there. So, join me next week as we dive deeper into the strategies and mindset shifts needed to build a purpose-driven business. Remember, you are purposeful and you are powerful. I believe in you, and I cannot wait to see the incredible things that you're going to achieve. So, until next time, soulmates, keep standing up, keep standing out, and keep standing on business. Bye for now.